Coming up on MondaySumday, let's recap last week and start off a new week of bets. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Jason Matters with Winning Bets. Thanks for hanging out with me on this episode. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday weekend. Got to have a lot of fun this past week, and the weather here was great in Chicago. Halloween ended up being, pretty decent. I, mentioned on Friday's show that I wasn't end up looking forward to it, but the building here made the most of it. They did do a little something here for the kids, so that was all right. You guys can see behind me, I decorated the board on Friday's show, put that fake blood up. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Got fake blood left behind, so now it looks like now I got to get to the hardware store one day this week and buy some white paint. But man, does that really upset me. But I guess it is what it is. That's what I get for putting fake paint on there. Or fake blood. I called the store and asked them how to clean it. And the guy was like, "Are you sure it's fake blood?" He's giving me a hard time. Funny little guy there over the phone. So anyways, guys, let's recap last week here on Winning Bets. As you can see, we went 14-7, and you guys made 5.09 units. That's what I'm talking about right there. $100 made $509, or you guys know your unit size, whatever it is, you put 5 of those suckers in your pockets. Congratulations, you guys had a great week. Let's recap some of the wins and some of the losses. You guys, on Monday, we started off with the soccer suite. We got 2 of those wins in Brighton game. That was really good. We got that Bears-Rams under. Then on Tuesday's action, we went 3-1 in the Champions League. We used my soccer system on the Shakhtar game for one of those wins. On Wednesday's Champions League slate, we went 3-0, swept the entire slate, and we used my soccer system again for the Bruges-Lazio game, so that was really nice. Thursday, we went 2-1 in Europa League, so that was good. And then one last win here to mention is we got back on our winning ways in NASCAR. We put in one NASCAR bet, and that baby came through. We took Keselowski over Hamlin. He had a little bit of, issues late in that race dealing with the penalty, speeding in the pit lane, but overcame that and, easily overtook Hamlin. And, by the end of that race, had a pretty big gap there on Hamlin. So that was a nice, easy win there. Some of our losses this past week, Jared Goff was unable to get that interception for us Monday night. Granada and PAOK, both of those teams didn't score. Nance, I tweeted that bet out on Saturday. They didn't cover the 1.5 spread against PSG. And then the NFL slate was really tough to us, but hey, it was tough to us, but it was tough to a lot of people as there were a lot of upsets. Packers didn't get it done. Ravens didn't get it done. They couldn't even cover a plus 3.5 point spread. Lions got absolutely blown out. Chargers collapsed for I don't know how many times in a row that they've collapsed now, so that was a heartbreaker. So tough NFL weekend slate. We did get that one NFL bet. You guys remember we took the Seahawks teaser and an Eagles teaser, and we got that one to cash. So overall, again, though, 14-7 and plus 5.09 units. Congratulations, guys. You guys had a fantastic week. Before we get on into this, bets here for today, let's talk about, first of all, the NFL Eliminator. We've talked about that on every Monday show, so let's talk about it again. As you guys can see there in the screenshot, I've got a win there with the Eagles, and so did the crew. And we got one mystery pick still out there, yet to be determined. By this point, we all know it's going to be on the Buccaneers there for S. Lowry, so we'll see how it does. For me, though, personally, on that Eagles game, man, what a sweat that was last night. I was quite miserable and uncomfortable watching that game. Even when the Eagles went up, I was still uncomfortable watching that game because the Cowboys were doing all that misdirection, double reverse sweep action. Looked like a few times the wide receiver wanted to throw the ball. So even though the Eagles did, eventually get out to a little bit of a gap there, I was still nervous because you get one of those gadget plays to work, and that's a quick touchdown. Carson Wentz was a turnover machine last night. He almost threw a pick six to Diggs. Then Diggs actually did get a couple interceptions. So, just at any moment, that game could have instantly flipped, and the Cowboys could have gotten right back into that game. So I was really, really uncomfortable. I remember at one point watching the game actually thinking, I'm not doing this again this season. I'm not putting the Cowboys in an eliminator. You guys remember I took the Cowboys a few weeks back. That was a game where Dak Prescott got injured. So that was really uncomfortable. Got the win, obviously, thankfully, but really uncomfortable watching that game. And then super uncomfortable watching that game last night. So I remember saying out loud, I'm not involving the Cowboys anymore this season in the eliminator. And then, continue watching that game. And as it does, usually in the second half, the announcers always mention the opponents for next week. They mention whoever the Eagles are playing. And then Chris Collinsworth goes, and it gets tougher for the Cowboys next week as they face the Pittsburgh Steelers. My first thought was, that'd be a good eliminator pick next week. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm not involving the Cowboys. But am I really going to find a better pick? I mean, I haven't looked ahead. I'm not a look ahead kind of person. I want this, and this week's still not over, so I've still yet to look at week 9. But is there going to be something better than Steelers over Cowboys? Yeah, it's going to be hard pressed to find something better than Steelers and Cowboys, but I don't know. I don't know if I can sit through another Cowboys game this season. Man, it's been really rough in those 2 games. I don't know if I can do it to myself. We'll see. We'll have to wait obviously till next week to go, see how that unfolds. But man, it was just so funny. 10, 15 minutes prior, I had the out loud thought of not involving the Cowboys. And then here's Collinsworth goes, Cowboys against Steelers next week. Yeah, shit. That's probably going to be the eliminator pick. Guys, let's get into our $25 giveaway bet. You guys remember I've given away 4 of these opportunities to our original winners. Unfortunately, our original winners have gone 0-2 or 0-2 so far, but my insurance bets have covered for you guys. My insurance bets are 2-0, so that's been really good, picking up the slack there. But you guys are going to get a win. I got messaged this bet yesterday from our 3rd winner. I like it myself. It's Rob Gronkowski over 38.5 passing or receiving yards. And that comes in at -110. I made that bet over at FanDuel for you guys. So Rob Gronkowski over 38.5 receiving yards, -110 over at FanDuel. Get those comments going again like you guys did for Leicester and Roma. I mean, come on, guys. Get them going. I'm trying to give you guys some money. I think this is a really good bet. I was really happy to see that this was one of the ones that he came up and gave me. So let's just fire it up. Get it going. Rob Gronkowski over 38.5 yards. I believe he can do it. All right, these next 2 bets are from me. These are my bets that I'm going to give you guys like I always do every day here on the Daily Show. So let's get on into them. The first one is going to be Wayne Gallman. Look, I'm going under 38.5 rushing yards for him, and that's at -115, and that one's over at PointsBet. Look, the Buccaneers have the number 1 ranked rush defense in the National Football League, coming in at 66 yards per game. The Giants have the 6th worst rush offense, coming in at 98 yards per game. Gallman in 5 games this season has a high of 45, and he's only gone over 38.5 once, and that was obviously in that 45-yard game, so like that, he's barely getting over 38.5. And then the thing I also like about this is if you're in the notion of Buccaneers are going to win this game, Giants are going to be from behind, that puts them in a little bit more passing situations. That's going to put Dion Lewis on the field and Gallman out because Dion Lewis is by far the pass-catching running back. And then also the thing I like about this is the Giants called up Alfred Morris from the practice squad, so he's going to be on the game day roster today. And he's got familiarity with Jason Garrett going all the way back to his Dallas days. Garrett trusts Morris, I believe, more than Gallman. I mean, look at his stats. Guys have only gone over 38.5 one time this entire season. So I think even if let's say they're in run down, I think they could lean on Alfred Morris more than they do Gallman, especially if Gallman comes out struggling. If Gallman comes out in his normal, just his unproductive self, I think they'll use Dion Lewis and Alfred Moore in this game. So I like Wayne Gallman under 38.5 rushing yards, and that's -115 over at PointsBet. All right, one more bet for you guys, and it's again in this game. I'm going Scotty Miller over 46.5 receiving yards, and that's at -110 over at FanDuel. This bet right here, over 46.5 receiving yards, it would have cashed 4 of his last 6 games, and he's coming off 109 yards last out. There's no Chris Godwin again in this game. He's going to be out, so that should up the opportunities there for Scotty Miller again. And the Buccaneers have the number 8 ranked passing offense in the league, as you would expect with Tom Brady and Bruce Arians. They like to throw the ball, and the stats certainly back that up. So Scotty Miller over 46.5 receiving yards, -110 over at FanDuel. I like both of those bets, both of those prop bets. Wayne Gallman and Scotty Miller. Let's go, Scotty, and throw up a stinker there, Gallman. You can do it. All right, guys, those are the bets. That's how we're going to kick off another week. Let's look to back it up. We had a really good week last week. Like I said, putting over 5 units in you guys' pocket. Let's have a good Monday, kick things off, and let's just do this. Let's do this. Man, I'm feeling good. Like I said, it was a really good weekend. It was Halloween weekend. 60 degrees supposed to be this week in Chicago. 60 degrees in Chicago in November. Oh, love it. Should be a beautiful week. And we're going to start it off with 2 winners this week. And you guys are going to win your giveaway bet. And we're going to draw another name out of the hat. Actually, I wanted to draw another name out of the hat. Actually, that's what I want to do. I'm going to draw another name out of the hat right now. I've got all the names in here. I forgot about this. I had this idea. Drop the name out. Hold on. Drop the name out. I had this idea. I had this idea I wanted to do. Because actually, when I give you guys the 4 initial giveaways, the 4th person still doesn't hit me up. I've mentioned it on a couple shows last week, like, hey, you need to hit me up. I don't know. He hasn't hit me up. So I'm going to draw a name out. I'm going to give away that $25 because I still haven't given it away. So here we go. Let's see who it's going to be. Let's see who it's going to be. I don't want to look. I don't want to look. Don't want to look. All the names are in here because you guys know you can win multiple times. So everything's in here. Let's see what we got. Cheers, Jeers. Cheers, Jeers. If you're still supporting this show, if you're still watching it, I never gave out that fourth $25. I never got hit up. You hit me up, Cheers, Jeers. I'm going to give you that $25. That's how we do it here on Winning Bets, baby. You guys won 5 units last week. Just giving out $25. Wow, I love this thing. We got a community here, baby. We're a family on this show. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. I'm going to get this thing edited, get this thing up for you guys so you can get these 2 winning bets made, and we can kick off our Monday. I'm Jason Mattis, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this episode of Winning Bets. I'm Jason Mattis. I'll see you again when we are celebrating the wins and making more winning bets. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more Winning Bets.